All right, so today's video is going to be a little bit different than normal because we kind of had something happen.
Yeah, we had a catastrophic failure.
Yeah. The other night I was working on our computer. Everything was totally fine. I got finished editing, I shut the computer, and the next day when I came back to continue working, the computer just wasn't responding. It wasn't turning on, like just nothing was happening.
Yeah, we tried a different power supply. We bought new cables, charging cables and everything, and nothing seemed to work. So we took it to a local repair shop. Well, I mean, not really local, it's still an hour away. And they couldn't do anything about it, so we took it to another repair shop. They told us that pretty much the motherboard had fried, and since our hard drive is soldered to the motherboard, that it just wiped all our data off of that.
Yeah, we lost everything. We lost everything on our computer. And it's so crazy because there was no damage to the computer. Even the guy that was working on it was like, yeah, there's clearly no signs of damage. It's a newer computer, and it's just really bad luck, essentially, that it happened.
And just for anybody that's curious what kind of computer we have a 2020 MacBook Pro. Apparently this is a common issue from like 2019 on. What they did was solder the SSD, the hard drive, to the motherboard, what they call the logic board, and this is just a problem they have. So anybody that's on the market for a MacBook, something I wish I would have known. So just so you know.
So yeah, we're currently working on getting a new motherboard and getting it all fixed. Obviously, if you're watching this, it has been fixed at this point. But back to like the losing everything part. So I feel so dumb saying this because I should have known better. Like clearly I trusted the computer like a little bit too much.
No, I don't think you trusted the computer too much. I mean, we back up all our data on external hard drives, but I mean, we still had probably 2 months worth of footage.
Yeah.
That hadn't been transferred because, I mean, that much, each video, there's hundreds of videos per video that she has to go through and edit and everything like that. So, I mean, it takes a while to transfer that to the external hard drive.
I know, but believe me, I'm gonna do it immediately from now on. But so what all we lost was, okay, so like the last 4 videos that you guys have seen, that I don't know exactly like when we started filming and when we stopped filming, but it's roughly a month's worth of footage, and we had created that into the last 4 videos that have been published onto YouTube. So we lost all of the raw footage, but at least we were able to create those into videos and, you know, make some money off of them and that whole thing. Well, something happened that has literally never happened, and that has been that we've been working on trying to get ahead on footage because we just have some big things coming up, and like with us going back and forth to the mountain property.
Yeah, there's a transition period, so it's like all that extra time that we're up, I mean, it just kind of equals out. I mean,
yeah.
We might still be a week or 2 ahead. That's usually the average, but I mean, we're never a month ahead.
Yeah, we're not
footage.
like ever just sitting on like a ton of completed videos is what
Yeah.
I'm saying. Like it ends up just, we do it that way so we can try to remain consistent, which we've been doing pretty good too. And of course, like then this would happen. So my point is like, there's never that much footage on the computer at once that I am working on, like organizing and going through and editing and placing in different areas and like all these different thumbnails, and it was like a lot. So yeah, essentially we just lost a month's worth of footage, which means we lost a month's worth of income, not to mention the time that it has or is taking to repair the computer and then to like start filming again because we have nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just sucks. I can't believe that this happened. It's something that you really never think would happen to you. And I'm generally pretty good about backing everything up, but like I said, this is never gonna happen again. I feel silly.
I mean, there's no reason to feel silly. It's just, yeah, of course it would happen right now when we have all that footage.
Right. Like literally this has never been the case, like ever. So it's kind of funny, just the irony in it all. But I think the thing that just sucks the most about it is obviously, yes, it stinks that like we lost all that footage and like the income that would have come with it. But also like just having a camera in my hand all the time, I film so many moments like with our kids or just between us that don't get put into videos, and now that is all just gone. But I mean, I guess the one good thing is that it was only 2 months and not like everything. You know, because we've been doing this for how many years?
Yeah, that would be heartbreaking. I did that on accident. When we first started out, how far along were we? Probably 6 months to a year in, and I accidentally erased one of our hard drives.
Oh my God, I was so mad. Yeah,
I was able to recover a small portion of it, but yeah,
there's a lot we don't have.
Yeah, so the first like probably, I don't even remember.
Yeah, that one wasn't my fault. Okay.
10 or 15 videos, I don't remember. The only thing we have of that are a few clips and then our actual videos themselves.
Yeah. Well, I guess, and that's one thing, like at least we have the final edits from that time. And even with that month of footage that I was saying that we had already posted the videos, at least we have those final edits. But it's just like, it really sucks for that 1 month that is just like gone, and just all of the raw moments that are gone. Yeah, and with kind of those more like raw moments that we don't share, there were some other things in there that I'm probably the most upset about losing. Like when we were told that the motherboard was fried, even though there was no damage, it was like a new computer, I just immediately started thinking about everything that was on the computer. And the more I think about it, the more things I can recall, and just the more upset it makes me. But there's nothing we can do about it.
Right.
So, all that being said, we have a lot of stuff to fill you guys in on. Spencer has done so much inside of this cabin and another project that he's been working on. So, do you want to start? Like, it's a lot of work. He's been working really hard. I mean, like I said, we both have, just to try to get ahead on footage. So,
where do we even start?
So, as far as where we left off, I think the last thing that was seen was you working on the drainage plumbing. But from there, you did something in regards to the wood stove.
I installed the intake pipe for the wood stove, so I mean it's just through the wall installed from the exterior, but there's that, and then
you finished drainage plumbing.
Yeah, I had to add some additional ventilation for the drainage plumbing because some of the runs were too long.
Yeah, the only part that isn't totally complete is the part for like the P-trap with the tub and everything. But yeah, you're waiting for that, which we did get our tub in, and it's really nice.
Yeah, much better quality than the one that's in our house.
Yeah, ours, you might recall, like we had chipping issues, and it was really annoying. But this one seems really nice. Mm-hmm. So there was that, and then the plumbing. The plumbing is done, like all the PEX plumbing.
Oh yeah, you didn't get to see any of that, but yeah, all the PEX plumbing, water pipes are done.
You also did plumbing for a future potential toilet. We are going to be doing a compost toilet in this cabin, but he plumbed it in a way, if we did want to do a flushing toilet in the future, we can very easily do that.
Yeah, and since there will be a basement underneath, there will be plenty of area to add like a drainage pipe for the toilet or whatever, so it wouldn't be that big of a deal to add further down the road.
Yeah, and talking about the bathroom real quick, I know I saw some people say like, well, if you're gonna do a basement, why is the bathroom floor still raised? Like, why don't you make it go down now? And the whole reason why is because
transport.
Yeah.
If I had put the tub in and on the actual shipping container floor, yeah, the P-trap would still hang down too low, and it would then be exposed to...
It would get damaged.
Yeah.
So that's the reason why we're doing all of that way. But yeah, all of the PEX plumbing is done, everything running to the fridge, everything. And then the next big thing was electrical, which electrical, that was
quite a project.
Yeah, I always think that I kind of underestimate the amount of work that goes into it. Like, I think it's so easy to think like, oh, we're gonna just get power in the cabin and have outlets and lights, but like there's so many more things that go into it. It's running all your wires, your breaker panel, your breakers, your light switches, where are all your wires running, fans, transfer fans, what are you doing for AC, what are you doing for ventilation? Like, there's a lot that goes into it, and I mean, you kind of figured it all out.
Yeah, just running the wire itself is quite the project.
Right.
All of that is done. There's still a little bit more to do. I still got a couple more switches to wire and the breaker panel itself to wire, but the breaker panel's installed.
Yeah, the breaker panels is installed, all the outlet boxes installed, switch boxes, all the wires are run to everywhere. It's just like nothing's actually like connected.
Yeah, well, the exterior ones are connected.
Yes, he did all of the grinding for all of the exterior outlets. I believe there's 6. So, that was quite a job with grinding the container and doing all of that and getting all of that wired.
Installed. At the time, we had a few different hiccups, but we ended up getting it all installed, like needing different parts and...
Right.
So.
The next thing was the pocket door kits.
Pocket door kits, they went in pretty smoothly. Can't say anything about that.
Yeah, we did pocket doors in our house, so he had done them before. There's 3 doors in here, and they're all the pocket doors. The one thing was with doing the pocket doors and like having so many windows and this just being like a tiny cabin, there wasn't a whole lot of wall space for certain switches. So you had to do a special one in the master.
Yeah, both the master, the exterior one, and the bedroom for the fan and light and all that. That had to go within the cavity of the pocket door because otherwise you had to reach to the far wall, exterior wall.
It was like 2 feet. It was just too far.
When you come into the room, you want to be able to just flip a switch right there, not kind of like feel around.
I know.
So yeah, that was kind of a trick to kind of figure out. And then the exterior one, there was a bunch of framing in the way, so I had to kind of notch that all out and then figure out a way to install it.
And then from there, I think the next big thing is the gate.
That's what I've been enjoying working on. I always like transitioning between steelwork and woodwork.
Switching it up a bit?
Yeah. When I'm doing too much of one, I always really enjoy the other.
So what he's been doing, like the latest project that he's been working on, is building a steel gate for our mountain property, and this thing is massive. It's 14 feet wide. It's very heavy, which is what we wanted. We wanted something very heavy duty for it to look like an old forest road gate.
Yeah. If any of y'all are familiar with any of like the Forest Service and whatnot, usually they have some heavy-duty gates in order to block the roads in case of whatever. So that's what I was kind of going for, and I believe I have achieved. But the reason why I wanted to do that is because not only I feel like it fits the surrounding, but also the gate that we have out there is just a rickety plastic old gate.
Right.
So
it's a little stronger.
Yeah, I wanted an upgrade.
Yeah, and with wanting it to look like an old forest road gate, we wanted it to be green. And I think we were gonna do like a really like deep forest green, but then we're like, we still have all of this green left over from the container, so we just use that.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah. Why buy more paint
when
we have all this?
It
We
makes
still
no
had
sense.
we still had like a little over a gallon left.
I want a different shade. But yeah, so that is pretty much done. We did get a sign that we're going to be having placed on the front, and Spencer has been in the process of working on all of that. But then it'll be totally done until we actually transport it there and finish it all out.
Yeah. I'm so excited for that.
Is that everything?
I'm sure we're forgetting something, but
I know. It's really hard to try to
go over a month's worth of progress.
in your mind.
Yeah.
Because so much happens. I mean, there were so many more other moments too that didn't even have to do with the build that I just can't even really remember right now. Like I said, it's never going to happen again. I can guarantee that. Baby, don't do that.
Just in case. So next week we'll return to a more normal style video.
Yeah, it felt weird to, like, we had to clue you guys in somehow on everything that had happened, and it's a lot. Thought that this might be the best way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, we're not really sure when this video is going to go up from this time frame because we don't even have our computer back yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were in the finishing stages of a current video.
I was almost done and ready to post a video.
So, I mean, this set us back 3-4 weeks, somewhere in there. So,
Right.
we apologize, but starting next week, we'll be back on track.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Oh my God, stop doing that.